Hi, this is Robin Cavallaro with Remax One, actually the Cavallaro Heath group of Remax One. And today I'm with Terry Cooch, who owns TLC Home, which is a home organizing and staging company. So how are you?
Yeah. Hi, good morning. I'm well, thanks.
Yeah, it's such a gross day, but it's like, all right, we got this. Not
It
a
is. And today I turned and I just faced the window, so I'm getting some light. Feel a little bit refreshed by it.
I know it's like where I'm sitting, I can see outside, and at least I'm seeing trees and flowers and all that stuff. So it makes me a little bit
It helps.
happier.
It helps.
Meanwhile, everybody can see my house. Which don't judge. I'm not gonna lie, Terry. It makes me a little stressed out having a film stager looking in my house.
A lot of people wonder, like, what is my house like? What are
Yeah,
my kids like? Because I did start as an organizer, but I don't have these perfect, real simple magazine quality cabinets and closets. For me, organizing is it just everybody has their own bar, and to me, it's just about functioning in a space that looks good to me. So I can get my hands on anything in 30 seconds or less. I'm happy with that.
and that's pretty much my attitude. Is I don't want to see clutter, so a lot of it just goes into the junk drawer or the cabinet or wherever I can stash it if I don't have time to really put it away correctly. And I know everybody has the junk drawer and the cabinets and the closets and the pantries and everything else that right now is filled to the brim. So
Here,
one of the things,
I'm going to make you feel better. So my house has to be tidy and attractive, but my office, it just doesn't matter to me. So because I'm so focused on work. So here, I'm going to show you something. Let me see. Does this work?
yeah,
Are you seeing like my piles of bed linens behind me, and I don't know what you can see, all my lamps and my art, and it's not pretty here in my office.
all right, you just made me
Okay.
feel a whole lot better. It's like, because, I'm like, on my main living area, I want to be able to walk in and see no clutter or whatever. But good Lord, you go up to my office, and every now and then I just take the pile, stick it in the top drawer, and shove it, close it so I don't have to deal with it right then.
That's a system. It is a system. As long, as long as
So,
you're every day.
right now, and this is one of the things I want to talk to you. I mean, aside from how do you stage a house virtually when everybody's wearing masks and scared of corona and not getting sick and this crazy, crazy world we're in right now? How do you stage a house for a seller?
Well, it's I am going into some houses as long as they have I have a certain set of requirements, that the house for staging be professionally cleaned before I come in, and I do wear the gloves and the mask. So I've done some hands-on, but as far as doing anything virtually, I'm doing consultations virtually, and that can be done. I had and I let me see. Last Monday I did one, and the client was in his upper 70s, and really willing to try something new, and it was really fun. And he ended up saying at the end, he goes, this was fun. But basically he just took his phone, and we went room to room. He did a great job of scanning the room, probably better than I just did just now, and we went through the entire house, and I gave him ideas on the big things, also the basic things and the big things, the obvious things. And then I did record it. So I said, let me just follow this up with a report as well. And, I just spent some time looking over the video again. I did have to call back and ask a couple of questions, but he got a really thorough report that he was happy with.
That's pretty awesome, because right now houses are still selling. Buyers are still out looking. It's the craziest thing any of us have ever seen in our lives and hope to never see again. But we're all learning new tools. In fact, the call that you and I were on right before this, when they were talking about the light with that they can't, I've already hooked, ordered that. Amazon will have it here Wednesday. So I'm like, I can't wait to start playing with this stuff.
I love all the idea sharing.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
that's really cool.
it is game changer. Um, and then also, it's like right now everybody's trapped at home. And it's like, what are some little things that people can do to try to get a little bit better grasp on organization while you're sitting in your house with trying to entertain the kids and not go stir crazy and all of that fun stuff?
Well, when this very first started, the very first stay-at-home call with the children at home, I just really felt for the moms, because for me as a mom, having the kids play with somebody was key to my my sanity and success. And I'm like, how are they going to do this? But I did. I went on to Annapolis Moms, and I did make a recommendation to them to get a routine started as soon as possible. Just something really simple, like a kindergarten quality routine.
Yeah.
And I did get some nice feedback, but they definitely need order in their day. But of course, that was thinking there's going to be 2 weeks of it. So, I mean, it's whatever you need to do, I think, to survive. But I do believe that the more the day has some sense of structure, and plan, like know what you're going to be doing throughout the day, is hugely helpful. And of course, you just need to lower your bar during a time like this. If you're used to going to bed every night with the routine of tidying your house, it might be okay to say, I'm just too exhausted to do this. I'm too stressed, and lower the bar a little bit. So I don't know how hopeful these ideas are, but it's a challenging time for sure.
Oh, I had to get my routine back. The first week, as I've shared with other people, I went from gray sweats to black sweats to leggings and no makeup. I mean, I did shower and all that stuff, so don't judge too much. But the process of not having a routine, not working out, not doing what I normally do, I was like, no, 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 no. So the next week, a good friend stuck me in a group for challenges, and we have to do 100 miles in a month. And so I'm back to setting the alarm, doing the treadmill in the morning, showering, dressed, and getting ready to go to work, even if I'm not leaving my house. And to me, that was an attitude changer. It's like, yeah, I'm stuck, but I'm still working. I'm still functioning. I'm still me. And I'm not, I look like that person who's typically outside talking to the media person when the tornado comes through and they got the hair colors in, the pink afro. Like, I can't do this. So I think with what you're saying is, just get back in routine. And, even if your routine is doing your kids' schoolwork at the kitchen table, at the bar, or wherever during this crazy time, to still have some sort of routine to make it work.
Right. And do think in terms really of coordinating 2 routines. You're still doing work and you're still taking care of a home. And those are 2 separate routines. They always had been in the past. So now you need to merge 2 routines into one. And that's I think the big challenge for people not used to being at home. Nothing really has changed all that much for me, because I do work either work from home, or I'm out staging, or doing a consultation. So I'm really feeling for the people that have this significant change. But it's hard for me to empathize, because I haven't changed all that much, or to understand what it's like. Definitely empathize. I feel bad for anybody that's struggling right now.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's a double-edged sword because, my son is the only one who still lives with me. And if you follow me on Facebook, you see the never ending entertainment with teaching a 20-year-old high functioning autistic son to drive. Um, and so right now he's getting more practice. So hopefully when this is over with and MVA is back open, he'll be driving. And then my life changes because I don't have to get him to school every day. And right now I'm not, but I'm still here with him, still entertaining him, still trying to keep up with work. And it's it's a new normal. And I think by the time this is over with, we're all going to be doing things so differently with a different attitude and just trying to figure out a way to stay positive.
So important. Positivity is the most important thing. And actually that was discussed in that last meeting we were just on.
Yeah.
And surround yourself with positivity. And that's kind of where you need to start the day and try and keep building on it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. News is turned off most of the time. Watch a few minutes in the morning, a few minutes in the evening, just to kind of keep up to date. But other than that, I'm either working on my business, working with my clients, hanging out with my son, talking to my daughter, or doing something to make me feel better in this case. And I'm excited that you and I finally got a chance to talk because we had planned to sit down. And all of a sudden, we had the meeting set, and next thing you know, that night it's like restaurants are now closed. I'm like, oh, how are we going to do this? And
That is the challenge of, thank heaven for Zoom. It's amazing, but keeping in front of people is, it's wonderful. I mean, that's how I spent my Easter Sunday yesterday on Zoom with my entire family and all my grandkids. And, but whatever it takes, you just have to keep learning the new skills that I struggle with. But you just have to keep trying.
exactly. And I'm excited to be working with you and be able to get you to help me stage some houses, and just see how we can come out of this ahead and make our clients feel better that one, their house isn't getting infected by having too many people in there that aren't, taking precautions. And also just to be able to give everybody a new sense of comfort. It's going to be good, and I do empathize with people. I mean, I've got a lot of friends right now that have lost their job, that are struggling with everything. And in just a second, you're going to get to meet my son as he's walking down the stairs. So, yeah, can't hide this one. So,
And there it goes.
yeah, welcome to live recordings. Yeah, but this is so hard on so many, and I've got friends that have family members that do have the virus. So it's not for one second that I take it lightly or make fun of it. It's a very serious situation. And, I'm looking forward to this being over with and having life back to normal or new normal and all of that. And hoping and praying that no one else is having to attend funerals. So, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you. So this is something new you started. Are there other new kind of new projects, new things you're doing to to keep in touch and to continue to develop your business?
So, this started just as an idea after I do the weekly one with Darren Rickwood for mortgages, that there's so many other professionals I work with that can give advice to my clients, friends, whomever. And since we can't meet and do presentations like we used to, I was like, why not videotape it? You
Mm-hmm.
see what you see is what you get with me anyway. and just kind of put it out there. And, I'm so excited because every time I present this idea to someone, they're like, absolutely. So next week, one of my dear friends, Bill Buffington, who runs V Connections, it's a organization that helps veterans. He's going to be on with me, and we're going to talk about all the different programs he has to help veterans. And he's done some phenomenal stuff. And then I talked with Erin Lewis this morning, and she's going to do the week after that. And we're going to talk about ways you can cut your insurance and things you can do to save money and have better coverage. And I'm like, so I'm excited. I'm like,
those are great topics, helpful topic. Yeah.
well, it is, like I said, I wasn't doing this to build my business. This is all about just trying to get information out to my clients and my friends. And that's the only goal behind it at this point. So yeah, but it's nice that, now I can introduce them to you instead of us just having our coffee chat like we had planned. And now they get to meet you. They can research your company, talk to you about either getting their house organized, their lives a little bit better organized, or if they're ready to sell, how to stage it.
Yeah, and even how to begin the process. So for those that are maybe a little reluctant to really dig in, to jump in and start to sell their house, it's not too early to start to prepare their house for sale. They can be time for that. And so kind of like the beginning of the staging process can certainly begin now.
Oh, exactly. And so what I've learned, we were military. And so we moved here as our fourth house in 11 years. By the time we sold the one in Connecticut, I was an expert, but I was also my own listing agent too, which I don't recommend necessarily, because it's so hard to take your own advice. But we always started the process about a year before we knew orders were coming, to go through, touch up the paint, start decluttering, any little projects that we had been putting on hold, getting those ready so that it wasn't so overwhelming as soon as he would come home and go, I got orders. I'm like, great, yay.
Yeah.
Moving again. So
yeah, the sooner you start, the easier it is.
Yeah. And that's why I always tell people, it's like, if you are thinking about selling, let's talk about 6 months beforehand. And we'll come up with a 3 list, the things you really need to do, the things that are a good idea, and the things that aren't going to make any difference, so that you can prioritize. And I do want to get more involved with stagers because, sort of like mom and dad, or good cop, bad cop. I get to be the easy parent, the good cop. Stager gets to come in there and go.
So I do that a lot, and I go in. I am not a bad cop. I'm a good cop. So
you're such a nice person.
There is a way to do it as good cop, good cop.
Yes. Yeah.
There is a way, and it's sometimes I'm more like the neighbor that your child will listen to, but not you.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
But so-and-so said, or my teacher said, and they're just so much more willing to listen to somebody else that has the same knowledge that you do, but they have a different professional aura to them. Plus, there is just a certain skill set that I'd say I've developed to get the clients to want to take action. So it is kind of more, I like to say I'm a good cop.
And I bet you are. And I just see it as, I'm not going to color my own hair anymore. So Angel doesn't have to worry about that. I failed miserably with trying to recover my nails during this. So not doing that. I'm not taking pictures of my listings anymore. That's not my area of expertise. Just like where I can go in and give basic advice on staging, it's not my area of expertise. So I want to make sure I'm bringing in the experts that is your area, that what you're doing, how it's going to look best, and where I can just sit back and go and allow you to do your part, and then I can do what I do best, and that's market the property. And
So efficient. That's good organization. That's
exactly. But it's also just accepting we all have roles that and things
Mhm.
that we're good at, and we need to allow the experts that are good in those areas to come
Mhm.
in and help us and not try to do everything because no one can do everything by themselves.
And that's exactly what you're coaching your clients to do,
Mhm.
right? To have the clients do what is in their skill set, and see if you can get them to, offload things that aren't necessarily in their skill set, so that everything does get done efficiently and in a timely manner.
Exactly. So,
Yeah, met with some homeowners that are spending so much time on things that just aren't their skill set, and not getting done the things that they could just be knocking off.
and that's the toughest part to ever understand as a homeowner is the way you live in your house is not the way you set it up to sell it. So, because, most people, when you walk in the house, you see tons of pictures, you see tons of personal stuff, you see life.
Hmm.
And then,
That's
um,
why, like, that's why when I arrive at a house, I say, "Hi, I'm Terry. I'm here to undecorate your house." And they get it right from the beginning, like, "Oh, okay." So after that, nothing can be taken personally, because it's obvious that I say that to everyone, and that everyone needs to just undecorate and stage a completely different look and experience of living.
exactly. And so, yeah, and like I said, I'm so super excited that we finally got to talk.
Yay.
Um, and I'm really excited to work with you. And I
Me
really
too.
appreciate you being one of my first victims of this.
Always willing and able.
Oh,
I'm
good, good.
excited to have done this with you, and I thank you for reaching out to me.
No, and like I said, I just see this as a whole new way of helping all of our clients. And thank God for technology because I can't imagine going through this 10 years ago with what we had limited and being able to do a third of what we're doing for our clients right now.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, wonderful.
yeah,
It's amazing.
yeah. Well, I hope you have a wonderful day. And it was awesome chatting with you.
All right, same. Thank you.
All right.
Bye bye.